What is up, you guys? Sage here. Um, Talk is adorable, but doesn't matter one bit. Results matter. So, yeah, been away for a minute, and again, the excuses would be adorable, but the fact of the matter and what the numbers will reflect is whether I came through or I didn't come through. And this has kind of been on the back burner, as I said last time. Moved, getting settled in, finding new routines, getting used to new spaces, finding out where things are here, stuff like that. As well as, the Wi-Fi being down, like I said, actually came back a bit sooner than expected, but still me not coming through doing this. For example, I could have, it came back in time for me to have made a Friday video, for example. And no time this weekend was spent compiling, like a sort of backlog of work that is going to be distributed throughout, in terms of your shorts, etc. And so we're back. We're back, but we aren't fully back in the way that we'd like to be. But I don't think it's necessarily wrong or incorrect to come into a space mm, 1 inch at a time. I don't think it's wrong or incorrect to come in, do a little bit, build the momentum, and then get back to where we were. It isn't wise to have a hiatus, for example, from exercise, from the gym, take a hiatus from rugby, and then first day back, you're already playing a full game. That wouldn't be wise to do. The wiser thing to do would just go to rugby practice, get your stamina back. After you get your stamina back, you reform the habits, you reform the patterns in your brain in which you remember to catch first, then like all that stuff. Same with here. In the gym example, you come back and you already want to go intense and hard and go to failure on every set. You're just gonna hurt yourself ultimately because your movement patterns are going to be off. Your strength is not going to be where it used to be, and so on and so forth. And even if you are working with the lower weights and you do as much volume as you possibly can to try and go beyond failure sets and stuff like that, that's not really the best way to approach it. A much better way to approach it is just getting into it, getting back into the habit of things, finding out where you're going to put it in your day, where you're going to, like, how you're going to structure your schedule, finding out, like all those little things that would get in the way of the work being done truly. When your body is ready to push itself to that point, then your schedule will also allow you to have had enough meals. Just as a stupid example. And so how does this apply to what I'm talking about now? How does this apply to this? Is we're coming through, we're finding our feet, we're getting settled in, we're forming routines, because you don't find the routines by waiting around for the things to happen, because you don't find routines at all. You form them, you make them yourself. And so for me, what that's looked like is figuring out where I'm going to study. How am I going to make sure that that's a space that is good for me, where I can be productive? At what times? Um, how do I bring about that level of productivity in this particular space out of, like, from myself? What are the triggers for me personally? What are the things that I can set within myself to put myself in a position to succeed consistently in getting that productive nature out of myself? And that's as simple as finding a nice corner. For me, it's, I don't really want to be looking out windows. I don't really want to have too many distractions. I don't want people to have easy access to me. So for me, if I remove myself from home and I go to the library, that's a good position to be in for me, because I have no problem ignoring people if I get into that library. One of the obstacles in getting into the library is that you might you're traveling, sun's out, you dress well, especially when you're a good looking guy like me, dog. It's tough to get in that library sometimes because as you're walking, hey, the honeys are walking, the homies are complimenting, when the ladies want you and the guys want to be you. It's an interesting position to be in, but hey, we put ourselves in the situation, did we not? Or we receive and take full responsibility for where we're at at this moment in time. I'm playing, but this is my real life though. That actually does happen, where you get into situations where it's difficult to get into those positions where you lock in. And so, what mental space um, would I have to be in to be void of those distractions, to find myself and what it was that I had lost? What mental space do I need to be in? Who do I need to be around? What kind of music do I need to, just make it as easy for yourself to be as productive as possible. So, in terms of here now and the other situation that we're looking at, I mean, it's 11 o'clock on a Sunday night, and we're recording this right now because we just want to get it out there. We want to get it out there. Want to get started so that we may find those routines and find those habits. For example, great thing is that we wake up 5 a.m. anyway. We didn't lose that. And now, Wi-Fi is back, all that. We can actually get back to making those 5 a.m. wake ups as productive as possible. In terms of we wake up at that 5 a.m., that could be shooting time, that could be recording time from this time to that time. That's that posting time. That's all those things combined, and there's much more time in the morning now. So I can, for example, do that. Not even have a meal because I don't like to eat before my workouts. Um, I can do that in the morning. Record on most days, and then make the posts for the shorts, for the reels, all that good stuff. Head to the gym, hit the gym, come back, have a meal, go to school, start my day, something like that, or travel with the meal, or just get something on the way off to my work, like whatever the case is, and whatever may be, what I see as the most suitable option, or as the option that makes the most sense, is what we're gonna do. And so those patterns are able to be formed, obviously, now that the opportunities are back, to do such things. So yeah, that's basically what's going on, and that's my approach to getting back to the results, my approach to getting back to what matters. My approach to trying to continue down the path of Jordan and Jackson, the path of Tyson and Ronaldo, the path of the greats, path of greatness. Um, Winston Churchill said, "History will be kind to me, for I intend to write it." I think I'm gonna leave you guys with that one. History will be kind to me, for I intend to write it. I've been Sage. Thank you for watching. If you did in fact enjoy, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I do appreciate it, and it is encouraging to me. Sage, standing on business. Signing out.